I love how Teddy just gets in the way when I'm trying to make my intro. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to create a crescent moon pond. In my last video I created a spiral pond. I absolutely love how it ended up looking. It looks so cool, and I promised that in the next video I was going to create the crescent moon pond for you guys. I actually made a crescent moon pond last year, so I decided to do an updated version of it. I also don't know what I'm going to put here, so if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. I have Teddy's house over here if that helps with the idea. But anyways, let's start the build. I'm going to be using these two paths, the green leaf path and the little flower field path. I'll explain why I'm using both in a minute. I'm going to use the green leaf path and I'm going to create a C shape with it. This is a bit hard to do because everything here is pixelized. So the first thing you want to do is have enough space for the pond. So the crescent moon pond itself is measured 8 by 9, and you want to make sure you have enough space around you to add the water, or if you want a bridge, which is what I did in my last one. And I've seen a lot of people add a bridge. Just to make it easier for us, I created the C shape off camera on a piece of paper, then I transferred it onto here. I find it easier to start laying down 3 of the custom designs in a straight line and then start to curve it down into a C shape. It's kind of hard to explain. I hope that I'm showing it better than how I'm explaining it. Now that we have our C shape, I'm going to use the corners of the little flower field path to give us a guide on where we are going to carve only half. I did this similar method with the spiral ponds, and I feel like it is easier to do than to try to freehand this. The first time I actually freehanded this and used the shovel as a guide for myself, but I understand that that could be a little confusing, so I wanted to recreate this crescent moon pond and actually explain it in a better way. I'm adding a corner with the green leaf path to carve out the center of the pond a bit more. Now I created the C shape and I'm going to fill in the middle to make it look more like a C. Once you're done with that, this is how it should end up looking. It's definitely looking like a crescent moon now. I can't wait to carve it out with the waterscaping tool so you can definitely see the crescent moon. Now comes the fun part. Just like in the spiral pond video, we're going to carve out the green grass. This will make it easier for you and give you less mistakes. Trust me. I also love how Teddy just comes over and watches me work and also steps on my work. He's not the only one of my villagers that does this. I don't know why. It's like once you have the construction outfit on, it's like all of the villagers start to migrate to the area that you're working on. Don't even get me started with the fishing tourney. Once Isabel announces that day, I skip right over it. Like I don't even have time to deal with them. In the video where I created my museum entrance, you will see Eric and Marty just walking around aimlessly trying to fish in ponds that clearly have no fish. There must be a secret code that Nintendo puts just to mess with us, because I swear it's like clockwork every time I put my construction outfit on. But regardless, I still love my villagers. But anyways, I'm just finishing up this pond. I'm just extending the water around the pond so that you can see how it looks. Once you've finished creating the water around the pond, it should look something like this. We aren't done yet. We just have to go back and remove all of the edges. That's why I decided to use a different colored design for the edges so that you can see where the edges are. The first time I did this, I just used one custom design code and it was so hard to differentiate where the edges were. When I did the spiral pond, it was a lot easier than this because it was more narrow, and so I was able to see it better. But once you've removed all the edges, you can remove the custom designs and you're left with this beautiful crescent moon pond ready to be decorated. And this is how it looks on the map if you're wondering. And on the left you'll see my spiral pond. I still have a lot left to do on my island, so yeah. If you wanted to, you can actually create a little land here in the middle. I've seen a lot of people do this and place like a flower here or a heart crystal that you get from the wedding event. But for now, I'm not going to add the little land just because I did it in my previous video and I wanted to do something different for this video. So I'm just going to remove it. So now that we have our Crescent Moon pond, it is time to decorate it. For this pond, I wanted to add as much items and flowers as I possibly can. And while trying to make this walkable, I also wanted to have a fairy spring core vibe to it because lately I've been really into that. I talked about this in one of my previous videos, but I mentioned that I'm going to do an Alice in Wonderland inspired island once I finish this one. I thought about it a lot and I really want to do it just because there's a lot of items that were added that I can definitely see myself using in my next island, but I've been debating if I wanted to delete my first island or just remove everything from my island and just start fresh. I honestly don't mind looking for the DIYs again, but it's like a whole process of getting everything up and running, like the museum and my next cranny and my Able sisters, trying to get them upgraded. It takes a while to do, so I thought maybe if I flatten my island, I can just redecorate it. I also like my island name, which is Rosebell. If I hated it, I probably wouldn't hesitate to restart my island, but I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? Should I flatten my island or should I just restart it? Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Now I'm just filling up this little area here with a bush and these pink tulips and finishing off the area with these cliff design codes. And then here I wanted to add a little book on the log bench, but I didn't have the space for it, so I had to make some space for me to do so. The things we do for the aesthetic. And with that, we are done with the build. I really love how the build ended up looking. I think my villagers did too, because I swear I only was walking around here a lot. Here's a close-up of how it looks. I fixed the edges a bit so it doesn't look so harsh, but I love it. And in this space right here, you can actually add a diagonal bridge if you wanted to, so that it's easier for you and your villagers to get here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more videos from me, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. I will also be doing a giveaway when I reach 3K subs, so make sure to subscribe and put your post notifications on so you don't miss out on that video. I try to post either on Tuesday or Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so the announcement should be announced one of these Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Love you all, always take care, and I'll see you in the next video.